Relax, sit back, and enjoy the ride with these amazing robot animal future technologies that look so real you won't believe your eyes. This hexapod tech invention, as its creator suggests, is a spider robot that looks like it could exist in the wild. It's interesting because the algorithm of movement and many of the components were developed and made by the designer himself. For anyone interested in the project, the author didn't skimp on the details and posted a lot of photos on zentasrobots.com, so it's quite possible to create something similar at home. Personally, I'd like to see a version that is 10 feet long and has a top speed of 10.6 miles per hour. While I'm waiting for that version, the engineers at Harvard have created an alternative version of spider robots that resemble stick insects, spiders, and even water striders that are made from recycled plastic straws. Each year, about 175 billion plastic straws are used and thrown away in the United States, so it's nice to see that at least some of them are used to serve science. This spider-themed invention is as simple as it can be. Air is supplied to the modified straws, and because of their flexible joints, the legs straighten out. The 8-legged robot's movements are controlled by Arduino microcontrollers, and the software component required extensive work to design a brand new algorithm for the robotic creature's unique crawling. You're not going to believe the next incredible invention. The 21st century is here. Testing of flying automobiles by engineers, drones delivering pizzas and packages, and American scientists teaching AI to identify a patient's race from X-rays probably come to mind. This is one of the latest developments in the field. Although it may not be very attractive, a robot cheetah from MIT can run at 25.1 miles an hour, which is still slower than a real cheetah, but the robot animal has an edge. According to the inventors, it is self-learning, easy to fix, and the assembly process is similar to playing with Lego sets, making it simpler to carry out experiments of all kinds. In time, the robotic cheetah will likely pursue this Japanese robot. Local engineers created an innovative robotic goat, and the Kawasaki Corporation is in charge of the project. They displayed the robot at the International Robodex 2022 exhibition, and in particular, they highlighted several ways it can assist farmers, including carrying up to 220 pounds. The robot has 2 modes of movement. Wheels are activated on smooth surfaces, and legs are activated on bumpy terrain. In both modes, manual controllers are available, and it is also capable of movement on its own. Chinese advancements are no less fascinating. These robotic rats are a fantastic alternative for discovering people under rubble, completing inspections of difficult-to-reach regions, and performing other challenging and dangerous tasks. This version, which has a weight of 7.8 ounces, was developed following a thorough analysis of X-ray images of actual rats. It has successfully completed a variety of tests, including hauling 7 ounces of freight up a 20-degree incline. The robot rat has the ability to stand up after falling, squat, climb over obstacles, and crawl. The engineers are interested in commercializing their invention. For instance, they intend to develop a model incorporating inspection sensors for pipelines. Wait until you see this next terrifying technology. Did you know that the titanoboa, extinct long ago, was a 43-foot-long snake that once roamed what is now Colombia and weighed over 2,205 pounds? Scientists were only able to confirm this through the analysis of preserved skeletons, but in today's video, the titanoboa has been revived in the form of a robot, which engineers from Canada believe to be the largest robot of its kind in the world. The team is currently looking for a museum gallery or exhibition centre large enough to house the robot permanently. The 50-foot titanoboa is controlled by 8 Arduino Mega microcontrollers. The motors have a peak output of 25 horsepower, and the robot can move at speeds of up to 2.5 miles per hour and slither up to an hour and a half on battery power. United States scientists have also recently become interested in snakes. The engineers claim they were inspired by the Japanese art of kirigami, which, unlike origami, requires scissors and relies on cuts rather than folds. This robot was created at Harvard University. The most interesting feature is the artificial skin with scales that look just like those of a real snake. The way it works is that air is supplied to the system, and the skin is stretched so the scales cling to the surface and move the robot. To optimize the length of their motions, American engineers investigated a number of choices before deciding on trapezoidal cuts. They intend to utilize their robot for a range of activities, and it may even be used by international rescue services and saving lives. Here's an interesting robotic wasp for individuals who enjoy DIY projects. Due to the 1,000 pieces high level of assembly complexity, this set will keep you entertained for at least 4 hours, if not much more. It comes in 2 versions, the regular version and one with light and sound effects. The finished model measures 8 by 8 by 8 inches, is made primarily of iron and copper, weighs about 2.2 pounds, and comes with a screwdriver and pliers for assembly. 2 different sets of wings and tail pieces will help upgrade the model a little bit, and you'll feel accomplished for putting it together by hand. I know I would. This fish robot, which is based on the Pacific bluefin tuna, is the ideal illustration of why Mother Nature usually gets things right. The test version successfully navigated through the currents and took images while swimming at a depth of roughly 40 feet for about 40 minutes. The Robot Tuna project will contribute to the development of small robotic submarines that can perform duties like mapping the ocean bottom, topography, and searching for toxins. Engineers struggle with a power source since the batteries deplete too quickly, so they chose a different approach and created a better housing to help overall efficiency. The robot is a multitasking experimental unit. According to the engineers, it's still a work in progress. You are seeing the best invention of 2006, according to Time magazine. This robot can climb vertical surfaces. The engineers at Stanford were inspired by geckos, whose feet are truly miraculous and could only be studied in detail with the development of the electron microscope. It turned out that these lizards' feet are covered in the finest bristles, known as sea tie, with 14,000 of them per square millimeter. Their grip is so strong that geckos can hang using just 1 foot. The robotic lizard can easily cling to painted and glass surfaces, and in the near future could be useful worldwide to rescuers and researchers. Germany is where this next robot was created. People in the comments are concerned that goose, which appears to be an actual goose from a distance, could someday be accidentally shot. They have also discovered uses for goose, such as a kamikaze goose for military objectives. There are many variants, with a 64-inch and 73-inch wingspans, and the current version flies for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. This handcrafted model has a distinctive and identifiable appearance, thanks to the basswood head, which is brilliantly painted and matched with the robot torso. This robot penguin was made in Hanover, Germany, by local engineers. It weighs 21.2 pounds, has an independent navigation system, and can swim independently, either alone or with a group. It is powered by an electric motor and 15 amp-hour batteries, allowing it to travel over 3 miles per hour and stay submerged for up to 7 hours. The flexible torso structure was made possible by the fin ray-inspired technology. Engineers remind us that penguins are skilled at surviving in the frigid waters of the Antarctic, and since their shape makes it easier for them to go through the water, robot penguins with various equipment inside will undoubtedly be able to do even the most challenging and dangerous duties not suited for humans. A group of scientists were inspired by this animal and created this robot for exploring the underwater world. Essentially, they created all the key features that squids use for high-speed swimming, according to the designers, but there is still a long way to go, because in tests, the model only reached about 0.62 miles per hour, while the Humboldt squid can go as fast as 15 miles per hour in real life.